This incident happened about a year ago when me and a buddy of mine were traveling around California for some work. So, after having a long day, we went to a bar to have a few drinks, and there we met a guy named Morgan. We shared some stories, had a few laughs, and we were just getting to know each other. And then he shared an incident with us, which was about a decade old. But after hearing him, it's still stuck in my mind. The story was about a guy named Adam. Just like every other day, Adam was riding his car from one place to another to deliver some packages for the company he works for. As for tonight, he was riding down the Arizona desert. The desert looked like a sleeping beast. Under the moonlight, still, vast, and unnervingly quiet. The stars glistened above, indifferent to the fragile human passing beneath them. Adam adjusted the volume on his crackling radio and leaned back into his old Dodge Ram. The worn-out leather squeaking beneath him, the road stretched out endlessly, a thin black ribbon slithering through the crimson sand. He had taken a wrong turn 3 hours ago, but the GPS still insisted he was recalculating. He didn't care. The solitude felt right. After the fight with his brother back in Flagstaff, he needed some space, and the desert offered plenty of that. The gas gauge blinked orange. "Damn," Adam muttered, glancing at the fuel indicator. Still, no towns, no signs, just cacti sand and slow creep of unease. He passed a weather sign, half buried in the sand, which read, "Dry Creek, 15 miles. 15 miles? I can make that," he said. He leaned forward and squinted. Something shimmered in the headlights up ahead. A structure, low and squatting, like an animal waiting to pounce. As he neared, it resolved into an old service station, the kind with a single rusting pump and a diner beside it. The neon sign was dead, but the lights inside the diner flickered faintly. His hopes got mixed with apprehension. Adam parked his car and stepped out into the chilly desert air. The silence was thick, unnatural. Even the crickets seemed to hold their breath. The gas pump was dead. No hum, no flicker of life. He headed towards the diner. The screen door groaned as he opened it. Inside, the place was frozen in time. Vinyl boots, checkered floors, a jukebox with cracked glass, a single ceiling fan rotating lazily, doing nothing to push away the heat. And behind the counter stood a woman, pale, mid-30s, wearing a vintage waitress uniform and a smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. "Evening," she said. "Hi, I need some gas, but the pump's dead," Adam replied. She nodded slowly, as if hearing his words from underwater. "It's been dead a while," she said. Adam frowned and asked her, "Is there a town nearby?" She pointed behind her, towards a hallway. "There's the manager's office. He might know more." Her voice was hollow, emotionless. Adam moved towards the hallway in a very uneasy manner, prickling along his arms. He paused. "You live out here?" She stared. "I serve pie." The hallway was dark, just a few flickering bulbs lined in the ceiling. The manager's office was at the end, its door slightly ajar. Adam knocked, but there was no answer. He pushed the door open and froze. The room was covered in drawings, hundreds of them, childlike scrawls of people, buildings, shapes, but all twisted. Faces were smeared black. Some figures had extra limbs, some even floated. And pinned in the center was a photo, a black and white image of the diner. And Adam was in it, standing at the counter, talking to the waitress. He stumbled back, heart racing. He was about to say something, but suddenly a whisper slithered through the room. "You came back." He turned around, but no one was there. He ran back into the diner, but it was empty. The boots were rotting. The ceiling fan was still. The counter was covered in dust. No waitress, no light, only sheer silence. Adam backed out of the building. In a matter of seconds, the Dodge Ram sat under the moonlight, waiting. He climbed in and peeled out onto the road, tires spitting gravel. 5 miles down, he saw headlights, another car, an old Chevy truck parked on the side of the road. A man stood by it, waving. Adam slowed and rolled down the window. "Engine trouble?" he asked. The man stepped closer. His skin looked wrong, waxy. His eyes too wide even. "You can't leave," the man whispered. Adam floored it. Tires squeaked. The man didn't flinch, just watched. The desert grew darker. Adam glanced in the mirror. The man was sitting in his back seat, grinding. Adam swerved, heart pounding, but no one was there. He didn't stop driving until he reached Dry Creek, or what was left of it. The town was abandoned. Boarded windows, collapsed roofs, sand-covered streets. He drove through the center. Not a soul, not even animals. He parked near a general store and stepped out, the wind howling through broken boards. Inside, shelves were toppled. Dust coated everything. He found a radio on the counter. It clicked on by itself. A child's voice came through. "Don't stay after the dark. It's when they feed." Adam backed away. The lights started flickering. The door slammed shut. He tried to leave, but the road was long gone. Just sand, endless, whispering sand. He drove in circles for a long time, until he realized each time he's coming back to the diner. But this time, it was on fire. Flames licked the windows. Shadows danced inside. And standing in the flames was the waitress, unburned, smiling. "You were here before." "No," Adam said, "I wasn't." "You left us." She took a step closer. The fire didn't touch her. "You took the boy." "What are you talking about?" She pointed at him. "You were the one who got away." Adam ran into the sand, stumbling, gasping, trying to outrun the whispering wind and memories he didn't have. He tripped over something. When he looked, it was a grave. Rough wooden planks, no names, hundreds of them. He turned. The town stood behind him again, but now it was alive. People walking, cars driving, laughter being heard all around. He stood in the middle of the street. Children played hopscotch. A man swept his porch. The waitress handed someone a slice of a pie, and then all of a sudden, they all turned to look at him. The illusion shattered. The buildings fell. The sky darkened. The people screamed. Their skin peeled, eyes blackened. They surged towards him. Adam screamed and ran as fast as he could. He woke in his truck. It was about to be dawn. The engine was cold, and then suddenly the gas tank was full. He blinked an eye, and the desert stretched before him. No diner, no dry creek, just an endless empty road. In his mind, he kept on saying, was it all just a dream? He drove on. Miles later, he saw a new sign, now leaving Dry Creek. He stopped and got out of the car, took a breath of relief, looked back, and there was nothing, only the desert. That night, Adam returned to Flagstaff. He didn't tell anyone what happened, thinking people would say he was talking some crazy shit, and even make fun of him. But sometimes, when he closed his eyes, he saw the waitress, waiting in the fire. 1 week later, a news article caught his eye, which said, local hiker discovers ghost town deep in the Arizona desert. Among the ruins, a Polaroid was found, depicting a man at a counter with a waitress. The man matches the photo ID of Adam, reported missing this morning. Adam dropped the paper immediately, looked in the mirror. His reflection stared back at him, but his eyes were gone pitch black.